Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And I'm Brim.
Brim, I might pull a Brim today. I might just fucking knock out right on the mic.
It's okay. You deserve it. I owe you at least a few.
At least.
I owe you at least a few. Yeah, I get it, girl. You know, I'm so tired too. So I'm feeling your pain.
I was up until 1:15 yesterday. So I was awake until 1:15 a.m. and then
Holy
I was
crap.
up again at 6:15 a.m. to get the kids off to school. And at this age, I can't handle that shit. I need my beauty sleep. I need 8 hours, full 8 hours.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I wish I had 8 hours half the time. I actually yesterday, funny enough, I went to sleep. Not yesterday, the day before, I went to sleep, I think at like 10 o'clock at night, and I woke up at like 9 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 in the morning. And I was like, wow, look at that.
That is beauteous.
But you know I must have needed it.
Oh, yeah.
And then last night I got to sleep. See, I don't even remember. That's the thing is I remember falling asleep on the couch and then waking up at like 1 o'clock. And then hightailing it into the bedroom and then passing out again.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But I can't remember whether it was last night or the night before that happened, or you know what I'm saying? Like it all kind of intertwines.
It blurs.
It's so crazy.
I must have passed the fuck out immediately because I don't even remember laying in my bed. I remember going to bed and then just being out.
It's life. How many people out there, that are listening to us right now? Please shoot us, some stuff on Insta or on Twitter. Let us know how exhausted are you. You know what I mean? Are you as exhausted as Dayna and I am? I mean, I gotta believe there are other exhausted people out there.
It's a collective. It's just like the whole planet is like, fuck this again.
Now, funny thing that we should talk about that, and then we'll go into the dirty little secrets, people. But what do you call it? Funny enough that just recently, I think it was this past week, even there was a whole thing where Kim Kardashian had mentioned how hard it is being a single mother and so forth, and everybody and their mother was coming down on her, really? Well,
I totally missed this.
Yeah, well, you have nannies and you have nannies for your nannies and you have enough money for this. Then, first of all, again, like I said, I always have liked Kim. She's always been a sweet person. The fact of the matter is, just because you have money, just because you have nannies, you don't. What these people don't understand is they don't live her life. They don't have her schedule. So you know what I mean? Yeah, she has the nanny. And do you think that she wants to send her kids off to the nannies all the time? Exactly. Maybe she wants to spend some time with her kids,
She probably has. I mean, and she's right. Parenting is fucking hard. And she's a busy, busy woman. I am sure that she is feeling some mom guilt at times because we all do. She doesn't have, her husband. She went through a very public, awful divorce.
Right.
That is emotionally draining. Having 4 children that you need to worry about is emotionally draining. I don't care if you have $4 or $4 billion. If you are a parent, you are going to be exhausted. You're going to have all of the feelings. And she's still relatable with the parenting stuff, even though she has a shit ton of money,
Right. Exactly. I can feel where she's coming from.
Yeah, totally. And I was a single mother, and it's hard. It's a lot on your shoulders. You are the one that, and she has 4 kids. That's a lot of different personalities that she needs to cater to. So my thoughts go to her, billionaire or not, she's entitled. She deserves to have those feelings. She's allowed to feel that way. People need to back the fuck off.
Yeah. That's what it is. Apparently she admitted that she cries herself to sleep being the
Mhm.
single mother and so forth, and so that everything's like, here, called out, Kim Kardashian called out after she admits crying, and and blah blah
That's
blah and yada yada,
stupid. Let the
like,
woman have some fucking feelings. She's vulnerable and people want to attack her.
yeah,
I really despise that. I don't like it when somebody's being open and honest, and somebody out there actually probably was like, "Yes, we get it, girl. We understand." She might have helped somebody with her, vulnerability, saying that she cries herself to sleep at night. That might have actually consoled somebody out there. And then you have
could
these
have.
pricks
Oh yeah.
saying like, "Oh, you don't deserve to cry because you have money." Stupid. So
Page
dumb.
6. Yeah, page 6. Slammed over parenting complaints. Nanny raises her kids. Like, backlash for complaining about being a single mom.
And
Like,
nobody knows if a nanny raises her kids. Nobody knows what she actually does with her time. Come on.
yeah, I feel bad for her. I do.
Yeah.
But people don't see that. They say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're in entertainment. Well, that's easy, blah 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 blah
Well,
blah,"
they see surface level. A lot of people
Right.
see surface level. But you know what? Kim Kardashian, we love you here at the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Craziness. Well,
We
we do.
support you. We
We
support
do.
you.
We do. All right. So, do I get started?
You do. You get the first one.
Oh, here we go. All right, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. All right. It says I applied for a ton of jobs, saying that I had my degree in business on my resume, but I actually never graduated. I was a semester short of receiving my diploma when I had to leave to take care of things at home. My current job never asked for proof when they hired me, so I never gave it to them. I have been promoted several times and I'm doing really well in my career. Apparently, I wasted those years in college because nobody in the real world seems to give an actual damn about it. Wow. Wow.
That feels ballsy. Like, I don't think I would have the balls to say I have a degree whenever I don't, because I'm always worried that somebody's gonna, like, find me out if I tell a fib. Um,
Yeah.
but I think that he's probably right. I mean, how often are people actually checking, like, "Oh, can you send me a copy of your diploma?"
Right.
And, I mean, we got Photoshop these days. It's pretty easy to fake a diploma.
Right. Right. It's true. It's true. Matter of fact, you could call the head professor because I will AI the voice,
Yeah.
and they will tell you how great of a student I was.
Okay, so did you see that AI made a picture of the Pentagon on fire or something like that, and they ran it as actual news?
Uh-huh.
They said that it was real. The news people thought that it was a real picture. It was an AI picture.
And they
They
thought that it was
ran it
real.
as actual news. AI shit can get dangerous. That's a little
That's crazy.
terrifying.
But what was that for again? What that was just recent.
That was just recently, and you know what? I did not fact check this. I saw a headline and I was like, "Oh, whoa, that's crazy." So, fact check me if you must. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But I saw that headline and I was like, "Oh, damn, that should be scary."
So it was a news reporter. What is it? Used. Oh, wait, thoughts. No, thought AI.
But yeah, I bet you could
AI.
ask AI to make you a diploma or, like a picture of you standing in front of Harvard or, like you could AI that shit so easily.
Well, yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't. Maybe I put it in wrong. Doesn't matter. But it does show here newscasters you may have seen online are not real.
Oh, that is awesome. That's pretty funny.
Wow. That's craziness. Like, I listen, at the end of the day, I think that it's pretty bizarre how AI can do pretty much anything at this point. And I'm just something like this,
I'm
you might
kind of
as well
sitting
say it.
back and wondering. I'm just like waiting, like with popcorn, that Michael Jackson meme. I'm just shoving popcorn down my throat, like, okay, what's gonna happen?
Apparently Ice Cube just did there's a whole thing on him complaining about how AI is like the devil. What do you call it? Some kind of big crazy thing. And then they were like, well, but they're relating it to well, hip hop, has taken from other people's stuff for years and have made a whole sound out of using other people's
Yeah.
music to, but it's different. You know what I mean? It's different.
It's different and it's so far spread. Like AI can be put into every different thing in your life. Like you could use AI for so many different things. So it's not just, with music, it's with a lot of other things also. And that's where it gets, I think that AI could be really dangerous in the wrong hands. I also
Yeah.
think that it could do some really cool things too. I think that it might actually be more dangerous than it is cool. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it.
I'm very nervous about AI. I think that it's going to be, put it this way. You and I, at the end of the day, don't even necessarily have to do a show. We could auto generate your voice and my voice and put
Mhm.
it in and say, all right, do a show.
Right.
And it would sit and do the show. Now, it
Uh-huh.
might not have the same character that you and I have, but it'll have our voices.
But it'll learn us over time and then it will kill us and take over our bodies.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine could happen.
It could. It
Could
could.
happen. I
Oh
hope not.
man.
I don't want to die so soon. So
Yeah.
please don't let that happen.
No body snatching here,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. I mean, if I'm like 112 and I'm about to go and you guys, want to keep me for a lot longer, that's cool. I'm all right with that, you
Oh,
know?
see, I just told my husband I want to go at 102. That's because I want to get to 100. I want people to be like, "Holy shit, you made it to 100. Yay." And then I want to like prove them all wrong with 101, like, "Ha, not only did I get to 100, I got to 101, bitches." And then I want to blow their minds with 102 and they're like, "Fuck, this bitch won't die." And then I want to hit 102 and then the next day just like keel over.
Oh, jeez. God forbid. God forbid. I don't want to even think about that. Stop saying those
In my
awful
sleep,
things.
of course.
Ugh, awful things. Like such awful things. What do you call listen, go for the record. Go for the record.
Oh, I don't know
Go.
if I wanna live that long. I only wanna do it if all of my kids are still alive. If my kids
Mm,
die, I don't want my kids to die before me. So, if all of my kids can be around whenever I die, then great, I'm good.
yeah, like bolts. It's craziness. All right, on to the next one.
Oh, yeah, we really went off on a tangent with that one. We barely even talked about the actual secret. That's okay. Way to go, guy. Good for
I
you.
listen. There is. I mean, there's not much more to say. I mean,
I
it's kind of
know.
like all right, that's cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, there's not much more to say than that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that probably wasted a lot of time and money on school.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. If I knew that was a
Okay.
trick, I should have used that trick back in the day when
Right?
I was working in the real workforce
There
for a
was
hot
no
minute.
AI there for you though. Just
but you,
Photoshop.
but at the end of the day, they wouldn't have asked back then. They wouldn't have even thought to
Mhm.
ask. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Now I think that they think to ask.
Mm.
Back when? You kidding me?
I
Back in
don't
my
know.
20s? Come on, Day.
I don't know. I don't know.
All
All
right.
right, next one here.
Yeah, it's all you.
It says, "On my way home from a party, I got pulled over. I was broke and knew that I definitely couldn't afford the ticket or to have my license suspended from not paying a ticket. So I offered the cop a blowjob to get out of it."
What?
He declined the blowjob, but let me off with a warning.
Wow. Um, I think the reason why he declined it was probably because he thought it was a trap.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed he thought it was a trap.
Mhm.
Um, and I can't believe that he didn't arrest her for soliciting, right?
Well, I think if he thought it was a trap, wouldn't if he have arrested her? Because if you didn't arrest them, then it would have gotten you in trouble too.
Wow, it's crazy. I mean, now here's the question. I want to know, from this person, what do you call it? Did you offer the blowjob because you thought he was cute, or did you offer the blowjob just to get yourself out of it?
I know, yeah. I would not personally want to, although I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that don't give a damn. Like if I find you unattractive, I'm probably not going to ask you to put your penis in my mouth.
You would think. You would think, but
Ticket
I
or
mean,
no ticket, I'd rather just go to court and fight the ticket than ask you to put your penis in my mouth.
a matter of fact, you can go to court and say, "Hey, they asked to put their penis in my mouth, and I said no, and they were
Mm-hmm.
that's why they gave me the ticket."
Yep. Ooh, now we're lying. So far we're bribing and we're lying.
Well, might as well go with the flow. You know what I mean? When in Rome, right?
Yeah. I wonder if this cop was like, shit, man, could have gotten a blowjob.
Maybe no offense to our our blowy lady, but maybe she's not so attractive, and he was like, yeah, maybe not, miss.
So, because I personally don't have a penis, I'm curious about this. Does it matter what the person looks like if they're sucking your dick?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Like, do you want to look down and see a troll? You know what I'm
I,
saying?
no, the
You
hair
you
alone
have
would scare me.
you have a vagina. Does it matter what the person looks like if they're going down and diddling?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
I wouldn't let any, like, no, thank you to, no, I'm good.
Right.
I
You
need
still
to have a want to.
exactly. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. Like, just because it's there or it's about to happen doesn't mean that it's going to
Hmm.
work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, now other people might be different. Who
I
knows?
wonder if he told all of his cop friends too, like, oh,
Pull this
you
one
might have
over.
got a glazed donut today, but I was offered a blowjob.
And then when they say, "Well, did you take it?" No, womp
Uh-huh.
womp.
Then they would all think he was a liar. They'd be like, yes, you did. You
You
totally
took it.
did.
You totally got it wet. I know you did. Oh my lord. Anyways, yeah. Well, it is what it is. I think
You
that,
did get out of it, technically. You got a warning. So, and you didn't
yeah,
have to give a blowjob. It's a win-win.
but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like she wanted to give the blowjob.
Maybe.
She wanted to get ahead. You know what I mean? All right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. Ready? Here's the next one.
Ready.
This writer says, I stole my friend's drugs and then helped him look for them. He left his MDMA hanging out of his coat pocket. I saw the bag, tucked it away, and then a few hours later, he realized they were gone. I told him he must have lost them on his walk over and that we should retrace his steps. I spent the next several hours helping him look for it, already knowing I was going to be using them for my own good time the next day. That's fucked
Oh.
up. That's just messed up. First of all, neither of you should be doing those drugs. That's first of all. As first of all, I'm going to be a responsible adult here and say neither of you should be doing those drugs. But the fact that you totally lied and was just like, oh yeah, let's retrace your steps, and actually like took him through this wild goose hunt, that is freaking hilarious and fucked up all in one.
It reminds me of when my kids, like when I throw away one of their toys and I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened to it. Let's go look for it.
So magical. Magical. I've done that before. You know what's the worst? What's the worst is when you do it and you don't say anything, and then all of a sudden they go to throw something to the trash, which is shocking because they never throw anything into the
Uh-huh.
trash. So
Unless
there's
something
some
they
reason,
own is in there.
and then they open up and they go, "What the hell? Why is my put insert anything here?
Mm-hmm.
In the trash? And then like proceeds to like stick their hands in there and pull it out and be like, you haven't touched that thing in the last 3 years. It's
Yeah.
been sitting on the counter for the last two and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to go to the trash. No, it's mine. Oh my
I
god.
love this toy now. It's my favorite. How dare you?
Speaking about whiny little bitches, what do you call it? So yesterday, I gotta tell the story. You'll appreciate it.
Oh, great
Listen,
segue.
what do you call it? There was outside of the Grindhouse Studios. There's across the way there is a for some reason a barbershop. I don't even know why, but it's like a barbershop in an office building. That
Mm-hmm.
being said, okay, great. This woman brought her two young kids apparently to get the haircut, and all you heard was outside. It's like, no, I'm not getting a haircut. And then what do you call it? So the mother's like, oh, I guess we're not gonna do it. I guess we'll have to try to come back another day. And then the guy's like, okay. So they got out, and I'm actually leaving the studio at this time. This was yesterday. And what do you call it? And as I'm like closing up the doors, I hear, I'm never coming back. No, and then she's like, okay, well, we need to get this taken care of soon because your hair's good. I'm not doing anything and you can't make me, and it's just like, okay. And then she's like, well, you're going to be doing XYZ when you get home. No, I will not, and then
Oh
she
boy.
noticed, I was behind her. She turned the corner up to where the stairwell is because I was waiting for the elevator because of my knee. And all you heard was whack, like
Oh,
like, oh my god, it was like whack in your head. This little prick kid,
oh,
and then the kid's going stomp, 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 like no, and the woman is like, you don't stomp in an office building, blah blah blah. It was the funniest thing. I was
oh
like,
my God.
I was so close to being like, hey, you want another one? This one you get it from my hands. You kidding me?
You and I are so different with that. Because for me, I'm like, this kid's probably acting like that because their parents spank them that hard, like, or because
No,
they, yeah,
it's because
yeah,
they act like that because they're not okay.
mm,
I have
they're
Dana.
kids.
How often do you think that I spank my kids? Be honest.
I don't know. I have no idea how often you
Do you
spank your
think
kids.
I spank my kids?
I know that you have at least once.
Once in my once in my entire time parenting, I have had to. Well, Haley's got one or two, and Dylan's got one or two here,
Hmm.
like a quick one. But I do not spank my children because my children should not fear me; they should respect me. But when you push it, that's when you're going to get the spanking. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when a kid acts like that, it's because the parenting is not happening. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's not that the parenting's not happening. It's just kids need to be parented in different ways, different personalities. Everyone is different. Um, Kids getting spanked is not going to help them fall in line. It's actually you're doing more damage with spanking than you are with getting down on their level and talking to them and explaining to them. And like I have 4 kids. I don't spank my kids. I got really, 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 really good, respectful, awesome kids.
Yeah. I don't think that everybody's necessarily like that though. And again, you have good parenting. You see
Well,
what I'm
that
saying?
yes, yes. But that's where I think, and you're right, that's where it lies is in the parenting. But
Right.
then I mean, the kids are getting punished for their bad parenting, like that. I don't know. Just
Well,
it's not my favorite.
listen, what do you call it? No, 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 no. The thing is I don't mind. Um, what's the kids nowadays? Okay, even in school, kids nowadays have no fear of anything. There's no repercussions. There's a kid in one of the school that Danielle works in, and I actually know the parents. And the kid is reckless and ruthless and does whatever the hell they want to do throughout the school because and what do you call it? And
Kids were like that in the 70s too. It's
the teachers are not allowed to in the 70s they'll slap you. What do you call it? In the 70s my teachers used to
and
have
look how that
rulers.
turned out.
I'm a good guy. What are you talking about? I turned out all right.
That doesn't mean that they all turned out all right. There's a lot of damage that happened from nuns hitting with rulers and shit like that too. It didn't turn out great. We have a lot of trauma that we're trying to get through right now.
Kids need to understand that there are repercussions for their actions, and if they don't, if they do something that they're not supposed to do, they need to have a repercussion. Now I'm not saying you slap them
A
right away.
repercussion, yes, absolutely. A consequence, absolutely. A
Yes.
slap or a spanking, no.
In the
That
tushy, absolutely.
no, no.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm.
If it gets to that point,
All you're
absolutely.
doing is making them
The,
fearful, and then you teach them that it's okay to hit somebody whenever you're angry, or that
I
whenever
never
you
was
make
like that.
mistakes, when you make
No.
mistakes, you get hit. Like that's
I
no.
used to get the strap. I used to get the belt.
I got a wooden spoon. I get it.
Yeah.
I
So you
understand
get
where you're
it.
coming from. I
No, I
just don't think
couldn't.
that I should be doing it to future generations. I don't think that's the right way to handle it.
No, I what do you call it? See, but that's the thing is, like even the parents at this point, they're not all technically allowed to hit kids that you because now a
Good.
kid can
They
go,
shouldn't be
oh,
hitting kids.
that's not true because now the kids don't have any respect.
No,
Oh man,
kids
I'm
do
telling
have
you,
respect. You just have to respect them too. That's
they
the
have
thing is that we need to demand
uh,
respect. That is untrue. We need to respect our children. They will respect us back. We don't need to beat our
not all.
children to make
And
them
what about
respect you.
but what about the ones that don't? You see
Now,
what I'm saying?
it, there are ways to handle that too that don't require beating our children.
I didn't
We can go
no
round and round and round
day
on this all day. We're
day.
not
I'm not.
going to agree on it at
No,
all.
we and it's okay. We can agree to disagree. I'm just saying that what do you call it? But and I'm not saying to beat the snot out of kids, but
Yeah,
a
but I
good
don't think
whack in the rear
spanking.
end.
No,
Come
disagree with that.
on.
A big time disagree with that.
Even you and I like a good spanking every once in a while.
Yeah, in the bedroom is different. I'm a full grown,
I
fully developed frontal lobe adult that isn't having my core memories beaten, like
no.
it's
See, I don't. you know what? I don't even remember any of that. You remember being beaten with a wooden
fuck
spoon?
yes, I remember.
See, I don't remember that. I don't remember getting hit with the strap all that often.
I got slapped
But
in the face with a brush. Like I remember
oh
being
well,
beaten when I
that's
was a
not good.
child. Like
That's not good.
kids need
No.
more understanding and listening and respect. And then they will in turn give it back to you. If you don't respect them, they're not going, they turn into little assholes.
I I we're gonna agree to disagree only because we don't have any time.
That's right. All right.
But what do you go?
On to the next one.
But yeah, let's get to the next one. But there's some crazy like crazy stories I could tell
I'm
you.
telling you, do your research on it because they actually have like scientifically proven that spanking your children, being physical with your children, isn't a solid way to parent and what it does to their brain chemistry and things like that. Anyways, moving on to the next one. The very last one says, I have my ex's name tattooed on my ribs. When I met my now wife, she asked me what the name was, and I told her it was my grandmother's. So now she tells everyone how sweet I am for honoring my grandma. I had to warn my whole family about it before I brought her over. If she asked grandma's name, was Tiffany.
Wow, Tiff. Oh my goodness, Tiff. Oy.
I'm
Can you
wondering, are there grandmas out there named Tiffany? There's got to be by now, right?
apparently by now, I mean, like when you and I think of a grandma, like we think of like an
Esther,
Edith or an Esther.
Hazel.
My grandmother was Martha, like
Yeah, mine
you
too.
think, oh, what really?
Martha,
Look
yeah.
at that. Look at that. Maybe even like a Claire or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of these names, like yeah, but like you don't think of like a Tiffany or a Heather. You know what I mean? Those are like newer, I mean, the last
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
years type of names.
Like a Madison or a Mackenzie.
Oh, so crazy. That's crazy. What do you call it? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think I've ever met a grandma named Heather or a grandma named, no. And I know a lot of older women, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to
I know
think.
Kathy's, like
Yeah.
Kathy's. I mean, like I can't think of any.
Carol.
Yeah, Carol. Oh my God, that sounds so awful. All these people who listen to us that have these names and be like, oh, how dare you?
But you know what? We're all going to age and eventually, I mean, I'm sure there's some grandma Danas out there somewhere. And I will also, at some point, I hope to be a grandma Dana.
Eventually.
If I'm going to
Eventually.
live to 102, I better.
Well, I know. That's one of the worst fears. I'm always scared that, I want my kids to be able to have kids and I want to be able to enjoy grandkids at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
all right, well, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Is it like what's going to, you know what I mean?
I'm allowing my children to do what feels right to them. And if I get grandkids, great. And if I don't, I'll get more dogs.
I need I need to live vicariously through my kids. since I don't have any more children's coming out right now.
Yeah. Right now?
Right
Oh.
now, well, I mean, listen, you never know. Well, what do you call it? This craziness. I think that's about all the time we have. To Grandma Tiffany. I can't understand. Why didn't you just tell her the truth, or did you just not want to get it removed? Right?
Yeah, I wonder, maybe it was special to him. I mean, maybe it was his first love or his first relationship or something like that. Like, you're allowed to think that relationships in the past are special. I luckily don't have anyone's name tattooed on me.
What if they're like in the middle of getting it on and she's like going down on him and it feels really good and he's like for some reason and slips and is like, "Oh, Tiffany," and
Oh,
she goes, "I said, wait, what?" Now she's gonna think
grandma?
that he was getting head from his grandma, like right. That's even worse.
That
That would
that
be
would be pretty terrible.
That'd be really bad. That'd be really bad. Well, listen, we appreciate you sharing your secret with us. We really, really do. Everybody else out there, please make sure you continue to send us your dirty little secrets. We will gladly read them aloud, and give them some legs to run around with, and hopefully, live out or die a awful death wherever they
Mm.
need to go. Depends
Yeah.
on what secret they are. Dayna, you want to give them the only little rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club?
I would love to. The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We appreciate you. We love you. Please rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars only. And again, we'll see you next week. Follow me. Follow